guys, so it's me, Killawatt. In today's video, I am giving you a life update. I'm giving you a life update and also trying tons and tons of new products. There's going to be some really exciting news that I want to share with you guys in this video. So if you want to hear what my exciting news is and what products I'm actually wearing to create this beat, honey, just keep on watching. So I want to show you guys this little baggie right here. I told you in my last video that I was going to be trying to go to Sephora and pick up some new toys, and of course I did take Daddy-O with me. So this splurge happened. If you follow me on Snapchat, you got a chance to see some of the things that I was testing in Sephora, and I wanted to actually record that entire video for you guys with me testing some new foundations and things, but Sephora, let me just breathe. Some stores have policies and other stores, shall I say, don't. But this specific Sephora was in my hometown, like my birth hometown of Augusta, Georgia. And they actually had a lot of the products that I wanted to try, but they wouldn't allow me to record video recording there. But if you followed my snaps, and you did see some of the products that I already have purchased and why I purchased certain ones. So I'm going to use this video to fill you guys in with a lot of stuff. And you know what? I'm just going to stop rambling. Let's just get right into this Get Ready With Me / life update. Let's get started. So a lot of the products that I'm going to use, I'm just going to flash them up here. There will be some other ancillary videos that are already up on my channel. You already know I'm going to prep my skin with Estee Lauder skincare. I mean, and preferably the products that I'm going to try today with my birthday being around the corner don't hinder that. All right, let's see if I can kind of hold this wig back. There is a full video up on this wig. I have had her for several months, but I've done all kinds of things to this wig. I've traveled with her, I've cut her, we brought her back to life. I actually just recently flat ironed her. So honey, she's on her last days, but I'm getting all the good out of this unit, okay? You know, I am going to try a new product. This is the Resilience Lift Night Moisturizer. It's lifting, firming face and neck cream. I love this. It's part of the Resilience Lift line. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this because we're going into fall, and I typically change my moisturizer as we go into different seasons. So I've been trying this one a little bit, but I really want to coat my skin, and I want this foundation that I'm going to try with you guys to lay very light. And I love how this moisturizer makes all of my foundations look. So although it does say night, I'm going to use it right now, girl. What has been going on? I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. We have moved. You guys, we have moved. We have moved back to the Augusta, Georgia, South Carolina market, and it has been a hoot, okay? Like, my stress level has been through the roof. So if you have been following me on social media, you know that I typically snap a little bit more than I've been able to do recently, but literally the move happened so quick. We put the house on the market, and I think I was in Chicago. Literally by the time I got back from Chicago, my house sold. We had a contract on my house. The house that we've had for almost 12 years. The house that I raised my kids in, the house that my son Earl Chandler was conceived in. I mean, it was just crazy, guys. That has really put a damper in a lot of things that I've been doing, but at the same time, the way that God works, he's been working it out. My business career has really taken a whole nother level, and my husband was offered a great job, and we took it. We just looked at it as it was the time for us to move back closer to family. You guys know that I've been traveling a lot. And sometimes it just gets real dicey with us in out of state. My whole family is between North Augusta, South Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia. So we just took this opportunity to move. Now, where that leaves, you know, me and my studio space and all that, literally I feel like I'm a vagabond. Like, I'm recording right now in my nephew's room. His room is big enough for me to set all my studio equipment up, and that's really what's been going on. And it's just been like a freaking whirlwind. We have not purchased a house yet. We have put 2 contracts on 2 different houses. Neither one of those worked out. So my main thing was to get my kids enrolled in school. And yeah, so that's really what's going on. It's been absolutely nuts. It's been bananas. But you know, with all that being said, I know everything works out for the better good, and I'm excited about the move now. But I can tell you, when we were moving, when my husband's company sent the moving truck to my house for us to move, a girl was not ready. I mean, literally, that was probably one of the most painful things that I've had happen in quite a while. I just really didn't even know what to do with myself. I just really didn't. I didn't know what to do. So let's get into the makeup, you guys. I am using the medium dark in Chestnut. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And this concealer has had so many reviews on it, you guys. I just really want to try this on naked skin. So right now on camera, it is giving life right now. And like I said, I was in Sephora and they did not want me recording at all. But I did test this concealer and the Radiant Cream Concealer. And there's something about that word radiant. I'm just not here for a radiant concealer. I want it to be matte. I like it to be flawless. And right now, just looking at this on camera, okay, she's giving me a little tease, giving me a little taste. And I am blending this in. This is with the Morphe E20 brush. I love brushes like this to use concealer. And you notice that I'm not using a color corrector because I really want to give this concealer her moment. And at $30, more expensive than my Tarte Shapétape. So I really want to see if this is going to work. Now, back into the life update. Yeah, like I've mentioned, it has really been stressful on me. Stressful. Traveling has not dulled down. If anything, my traveling schedule has ramped up. So again, I'm thinking that God knows exactly what he's doing. He's put me in a place that I can move back home so my traveling trade show lifestyle can really flourish. Woo, she's light. We're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. And I'm thinking that this is just probably the best time for us to have moved. Although I can tell you, in the past month, I have not really been thinking that. I've really, everything about moving, I have not liked it, nothing about it. And I just think I'm just getting older, and I love my house. I love North Carolina, and it's just been, it's taking me some getting used to. Now, moving back to the makeup. When you're trying a new concealer or something that you think might be a little bit too light, I typically use my Tarte Shapétape on top of my foundation, but I'm putting this concealer underneath the foundation just because it is casting a little bit light. And I'm going to try a new foundation, and that should kind of neutralize the brightness. And what foundation am I trying, you guys? I'm trying the Fenty by Rihanna. And the shade that I settled on was the number 360. If you join me on Snapchat, you guys helped me pick out the right shade. So thank you so much for joining me there. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I've heard a lot of reviews. People are saying that you're supposed to shake it well. So we're doing that. How many ounces am I getting in this foundation? I am getting 1.08 fluid ounces. And it's saying it's a soft matte long wear foundation, a pro filter. Now I will tell you, when I swatched this on my arm, it did dry down very nice. I like foundations that dry nice. I like for my foundations to behave. Oh, it came with a foundation brush. It didn't come with it, but it is part of the Rihanna set, so I did pick that up too. The brush was like $34, so they're thinking really highly of this little set here. So it looks kind of like this. At first when I looked at it, it's very flat, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on the brush. So we're just going to give it a quick whirl. See how that kind of neutralizes. The shade looks pretty. I almost purchased the 370. This is the 360. My forehead has a lot more sun than my face, So I think I could have probably have gone with either or really and made it work. But since we're going into fall, I'm going to be losing a lot of that tan. So I will say the shade is probably really, really good. Just looking at it in camera, it looks really, really fair as opposed to my neck. But better a tad bit fair, I guess, than it looking too orange or with it going to a cooler month. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. So again, that is number 360 in the ReNutriv line, Fenty. And just because I want to wear this concealer out. Looking at my skin, it looks pretty flawless. But I want to go in with this Fenty brush and I want to go back in up under this eye area just to make sure that this is as bright as possible. I will tell you guys, I have so many new events coming up. I am teaching a makeup class with Charleston Beauty this Saturday from 1 to 2 o'clock in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I'll be back in Charlotte. And I'm excited about that. I need to set this real quick with my RCMA powder. But yeah, right after that, then the weekend after that, I'll be in Charleston, South Carolina, and with the Glamorous Chicks cosmetic brand. And what's so exciting about me working with Glamorous Chicks, I've been given the opportunity to expand that brand in the Southeast division, and I am finding new trade shows, new markets for the brand to have exposure to, and it's working out very, very well. And really, that's where the fun part comes in, because now I'm looking for my own makeup teams. So now I have an opportunity to start creating my own makeup teams in the different cities that we'll be traveling to, and I'm really excited about the opportunity. I get a chance to give other makeup artists opportunities to work. And when I had the opportunity to start traveling with Glam, it just really intrigued me because I have such good client interactions by being in the shows and the markets where new clients would be. So my brand has taken on another life for itself, and it's been really, really exciting. But I know that I've been doing something in trade shows for a lot of years, and that's just something that a lot of people, either you love it or you don't. So I just used my Double Wear Concealer by Estee Lauder. I didn't buy the Fenty concealer because I just have so many, and I really typically like the Double Wear Concealer, so we just went with that. But I did pick up the Fenty. This is the Killawatt in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. Sorry, my family is on 10 right now. This product is something that I just think I would use more than the super yellow one, which was called Trophy Wife. This is just something that I would use more. But right now, I'm gonna go into Ginger Binge, and I'm gonna pop that. I love that she has a good mirror too. Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Yes, Jesus! Oh my God, that's so pretty. That's just right up my alley right there. Right up my freaking alley. Look how beautiful that is. All right, let's go into Moscow Mule. Let's see. Ooh, 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 girl. Ooh, ooh, girl. Ooh, 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 ooh. I am so glad that I got this. This is my jam right here. I'm gonna bring it a little bit down the bridge of my nose. You notice that I'm doing skin first. That zhush, honey. That good old zhush action. So I'm gonna do brows real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. My brows are done, and I am just going to lay just a little bit of this Tarte Shapétape on my eyelids just to kind of prep them. Guys, ooh, I have been wanting to tell you guys about that move, honey. That move did a number on me, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm just still not completely settled, but I am getting more comfortable with our decision. Let's say that. So back to me building new teams. So I'll be traveling to a lot of cities in the Southeast, and from time to time you guys will hear me mention that I'm looking for makeup artists, and that is really going to allow you an opportunity to work with me, to ask any questions that you may have, to work with some other amazing makeup artists from city to city, and really do a lot of networking and have an opportunity to have paid jobs as well as get free products. So I mean, I don't know what standpoint you're looking at, but this is an amazing opportunity. So I'm going to start posting that I'm looking for makeup artists, and I just did this in Charlotte and it worked out amazing. I rekindled some previous work relationships with some amazing artists, and all of this is going to build up to me doing huge makeup shows. I'm talking about huge. Like the next one that I'm really responsible for is when I do Charleston. I'm also going to be looking for artists when I go to Birmingham in a few weeks. I'll come back, and then my next big one, like huge, is literally a 12-day makeup show in Charlotte. It's going to be the Southern Christmas show. If you're interested in getting a chance to work in kind of a retail environment, get a chance to go into some great shows, make some amazing contacts, I mean, you know, I'm excited about the opportunity. I want you guys to comment if you think that'd be something you'll be interested in, if you know somebody. I mean, I'm going to say over 16 years old would be great. I'm going to be looking for brand ambassadors. We're going to be looking for great makeup artists from city to city. I mean, you name it. Let me know when you comment if you're interested in working with me. What city are you in? Because although I might not be in the city, the brand might be in that city. So let me know that, and let me know what you think your strong suit in. So I'm going to leave the questions in the description box, so you can check down below. You can hit me on Snapchat, you can go through my Instagram, you can hit me at MakeUPbyKiani@gmail.com. I mean, I'm really flood my message box, guys, flood it, because this is really, I want to know if the opportunity that I think it might be, if you guys are interested in it. So, okay. I have just purchased the new Marc Jacobs. This is the Scandalust. If you guys remember in one of my last videos, Marc Jacobs sent me the editorial palette, which was the 750, and I loved it so much that I went and purchased the 740. Now I'm going to tell you, it's $49, but because the pigmentation was so amazing in the green one, I went ahead and purchased these. And they look kind of basic, but I think these two colors right here is what made me choose this palette. Just very, I think I can actually go very natural. I can go very edgy. So let's see what I pick up today. So I'm gonna start with this neutral one right here in my transition area. And I am using a Morphe M511 brush. This brush is very fluffy, and it allows me to hit that crease area and move on. Like, I don't want to take too much time with this look, but at the same time I want it to look like I took a lot of time. I'm going to move into this little bit of a taupey brown shade. Ooh, yes girl. I love colors like this. If you have tons and tons of other really colorful eyeshadow units, and you want something that's very subtle yet buildable, this would be the one. I'm going to grab a pencil brush here and just go back into that brown shade. And I'm going to sweep this underneath my eye. So just wrapping that color all the way around the bottom makes the eye look more intense. Right, so I am going to pop into this color right here, which is the one that I just used. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this brown, and just mixing them like that allows you to make sure you don't have so much. And I did flip back to a very fat brush. This is typically not how I apply eyeshadow. I typically, when I'm using a dark color, I go to a very tight brush. This is the E35, and it's just because I want to do a light dusting of color. Can you see what happened? The brush has a lot of sway to it, like it literally sways back and forth. I am obsessed with this brush. It's almost, it just blends it out really nice. Can you see that? So it's just a steady repetition of back and forth, but also because the way that I'm applying the product, I'm literally tapping into a light shade, dark shade, light shade, dark shade. So as the bristles start to spread open, I get a little bit of both colors. It's almost like I customize the blend. And see, as I want to neutralize the blend, I can release on that brush and bam. Again, a beautiful kind of a bronzy smoky eye. You can add a lash, you can add a wing or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it there because I've been neglecting you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take it all the way there. I'm gonna spray this 411 with a little bit of my Badescu spray. And it's only because I want to go back into this dark shade right here. And I know these shadows are pigmented, so I really just want to sweep it in that crease. Jam it in there and really, really detail out that crease. Can you see what's happening? Now, by me spraying the brush, it's mainly to make sure that the eyeshadow doesn't go anywhere but where I want it to go. It's not because the pigmentation is there. I just want it to change the formulation of the product. Can you see how intensely that is? So you're almost creating a quick wing, quick cat eye, and there's no fallout. Can you see that? If you're using a tight brush, the product is going to stay packed very, very tightly. And this eye right here has a little bit more laziness to it, shall I say, than this eye. This eye always holds tucked very, very nicely. So I always have to go back and make both eyes look identical. Just work on that fold. So if you have a little bit of a lazy or a hooded eye, just go back and work on it. Can you see that? Alright. Now, let me go ahead and grab this MAC 242 brush. I'm going to spray it as well because I want to go into this rich cranberry color. Like, I just want to give myself a little pop. It's a little bit of a pop. And I am going to go right here and clean that crease up. Clean that brush off real quick. And I want to go into this color right here and this one. Let me see which one is going to grab my attention the most. Ooh, girl. She's cute. I am notorious for packing two colors on a brush because I just can't ever make up my mind. And I'll do a little bit of one, a little bit of the other one, and customize and make my own little hue. Okay, she's getting there. I'm just gonna go on top with a little bit of the lighter one though. Can you see how that color just popped? Speed that up just a little bit. And my eye wants to run for me. She wants to run and not behave. This MAC 242 though, it really allows you to kind of create the illusion of a cut crease without having to do so much to it. I'm gonna go back into this color right here and this one right here because I just want to blend out this edge. I just want to soften that. This is gonna be a long video, I'm sorry, but hopefully you guys find it is worth it. And I'm going back in and tucking a little bit more of that deeper brown just to not lose totally that shade. I don't totally want to lose the shade. I am going to pull out one of my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is the Infinite Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Espresso. Just running it in there. It's going to clean up. There's not a whole lot to clean up. I'm using my Chanel powder number 60. And I am just lightly dusting this over. And I'm looking at it. I could probably go a little bit darker. Anytime that I feel that perimeter could be a little bit warmer, I just fill in a little bit darker powder. And right now I'm feeling like I can make myself a little bit more bronzy. I'm going to go in and grab a little bit of my Voluminious Lash Primer. You guys have heard me talk about this. This stuff is like eyelash gold right here. It gives me everything I need. And I am so sorry about the noise in the background. My family is just here because of Hurricane Irma. And you know what? I am using somebody else's home right now, so I can't really say much about the noise. And while my lash primer is drying, I'm going to use one of my favorite shades by Glamorous Chicks Cosmetics. It is called Boy Toy. It is my favorite nude. Look at that. Look at that. The perfect nude for every complexion. It goes on extremely smooth. You can actually give yourself a full lip with it. You can use it as a lip liner. You can put some mascara on. This is their real mascara. So for my girls that don't like wearing falsies, this will get you through. This look will get you all the way through. I am loving this look though. I am feeling this look. Like this is, I can go do anything type look. Not even putting falsies on, like she's doing something, right? Why don't we just do two looks? So I'm loving the nude, and you guys let me know. The nude, but I love this other color too. This one is called, Intense Emotional, and this is by Estee Lauder. It's a glossy lip. Woo! Or if you wanted to just go ahead and give yourself a little extra beat. I mean, even though I have on a sweatshirt, this look works really, really nice. I am completely obsessed with how the look turned out. All the products, can I say all the products that I purchased, I am obsessed over. The thing that I think I'm going to watch the most is the under eye area. I'm going to try to make them all day. And you know what, you can follow me on Snapchat to see if anything didn't work as good as it initially looked, but I got my fingers crossed that from my viewfinder and what it looks like on camera are, you know, equally the same. I'm loving it right now. The Rihanna foundation, I'm very impressed with, shall I say. I'm of course obsessed with the Marc Jacobs eyeshadows. Hello, I went and purchased them again. This highlight though, and this is like literally without a lash, you guys. So obviously something quick, something easy, something that you know I'm going to be wearing again. I mean, I think this is going to be an amazing birthday look. I love it. Love it. Love it. So there you have my first impressions of a lot of products. You also have my life update, what's going on. So hopefully this will kind of bridge the gap between some of my snaps and some of the videos and why I've been here and there. I mean, really, I'm so here and so there. But I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure that you comment down below if there are any cities that you would like for us to come to. If you would like to join any of my team, like I said, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be in Charleston, I'm going to be in Birmingham, and I'm also going to be looking for a lot of artists for Charlotte for literally 12 days. And you know what? If you're not able to come to all of the times, it's okay. Just let me know, reach out. I'm going to work with you in your schedule and try to help you guys, give you some other experiences that you might not actually have options to do in your hometown. So yeah. That's all we have for now. Make sure if you have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do that, you guys, so you can get more and more updates. Follow me on all my social media because that's where I'm going to be updating the most, obviously on Snapchat and Instagram. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.